Adrian.
Yeah.
Welcome to our Mr. Olympia
Recap?
recap. Is it a recap? Yeah. Yep.
In-depth breakdown.
No, it's not going to be.
It's just going to touch.
No, I thought we'd do this separate video because if we do it on Thursday Thunder, then Ari goes, "You guys talk too much about bodybuilding." But I think this was an interesting Olympia. There was lots of because a new Olympia champion was crowned. Well, we had a whole bunch of new Olympia. I think every division.
Yep, it was.
Except figure, and physique. I think had new champions. So, but like Adrian said, we're not going to do a real big in-depth breakdown, but just our little perception of what happened on the weekend. Now, did you watch it?
I watched the recap like the day after.
All right.
So yeah, I did.
Yep.
I watched.
I watched on Saturday. I watched most of the prejudging. So right from all of them, except then physique was on a different day, men's physique, so I didn't see that. But I watched most of it. So, but in the finals I missed except the presentation. I saw the presentation of the finals. That's about it. So, all right. So we'll just quickly touch on the men's, the Open. So we had a new Mr. Olympia champion. So that was Brandon Curry. What did you think?
I think no one was 100%, which was a bit. We looking at them like
there was what?
There was no one was on.
No,
100% on.
No, look,
it was a little bit of a
I think the whole. It was a little bit of a letdown, I sort of thought, and it was underwhelming.
It was very underwhelming.
Yeah. I first thought this is going to be really exciting, Mr. Olympia, but in the end it was underwhelming, I thought. Brandon, to me, was a clear winner.
He was.
As soon as he came out, he was a clear winner. He was the biggest. But of course, the biggest thing of the whole show was Hardy Schuppen.
Yes.
Now, we did our predictions, and we both had Hardy Schuppen like 7th and 8th?
8th, yeah. We both had him in 8th.
And I thought the same thing. I thought this guy is just not going to be big enough when he comes. But he came in 3rd, and there was heaps of people jizzing their pants over Hardy and saying he should have won. Look, he shouldn't have won. No. And I honestly thought, even during the prejudging, I thought, right, he's going to be in the top 5, and I thought he'll be like 4th or 5th. I had Dexter ahead of him. Yeah. Because, I mean, Dexter's a centre medal. So, quickly, so it was Brandon Curry and William Bonac, who I had winning, came in 2nd. Hardy Schuppen was in 3rd. Dexter Jackson 4th at 50 years old. It'd be interesting to see if this is his last show.
Something tells me he's probably going to do Italy as the last one.
Yeah, well, there's an Italy show in a couple of weeks' time, so it wouldn't surprise me if he goes on to that. Rolly Winkler got an absolute gift at 5th.
Oh, yeah.
Like, really, I thought he was way off. Yeah. Just way off. He just didn't look good to me. Just didn't look. Steve Cooklow, I thought, got an absolute gift at 6th. He was in the first call out, which just absolutely just stunned me.
I was looking at it and I messaged you like, what is Steve Cooklow doing up there? Because I was looking at like, I'm not a judge. I don't know what to look for, but just looking by comparison, it's like I don't see it at all. No,
I didn't see him there at all. And I would have had him like 8th or 9th, you know. And Cedric McMillan was in 7th. Now I had Cedric 3rd, I think. And really, I was talking with Nelson Azevedo, the photographer. A lot of guys wouldn't know who Nelson is, but I just got to give a big shout out to Nelson. And we were talking about Cedric, and Nelson made a good comment. He goes, it's like he's taking the piss.
Nah, definitely, I agree with that.
And it is. It's like he rocks up and he goes, you know what, I'm really not interested in winning this. I'm just going to rock up and hit a few poses and let you guys tell me what huge potential I have.
It's sort of like he has sponsorship, like you have to do at least this show. He's like, oh.
It was so frustrating because he's definitely, as far as I'm concerned, he's got the best physique out of everyone. Even Sean Roden, like he's got the best physique. He's big. He was around 270. Which is his problem. He should have been 260. But he just doesn't come in shape.
No, that's
and it's just so frustrating.
The last 3-4 years he's done that. He just rocks up, goes eh.
And it's come to the point where people would even take the piss out of Cedric now. You know?
Like, just stop.
And it's frustrating. You would think that he would turn around and go, right, I need to find someone that can help me and we can win this. But it's like he doesn't give a shit.
Nah.
Anyway, moving on. So Lucas Osladil was in 8th. Akim Williams was in 9th. Now Patrick Moore was in 10th. This guy, look, I've heard of him.
I've never heard of him.
But fuck, he got overlooked.
Yeah.
And he was the biggest shafting of the whole show. This guy should have been in the top 6. He should have beaten Steve Kuklo, and I reckon he should have beaten Rolly Winkler. And everyone's saying the same thing. This guy is like Cedric, beautiful lines, just a magnificent physique. And it's not as if he was fat or off. He looked really good. So maybe it's because it was his first Olympia and all the judges just go, wow, what a great physique, who's this guy? And then just pushed him to the side. Yeah. But he really should have been in the top 6. So that's it?
Yeah.
Anything to add?
Not for the Open, no.
No. Look, they're posing his shit, they're boring, and really, in all honesty, if you brought someone in who didn't know anything about bodybuilding, after they got over the shock of the awe of the big guys, it's boring.
Yeah. It's not the most...
No, and the trouble is the telecast is boring because they have to mute out the music.
Yeah, and all you hear is like the just the
you
background.
can hear a little bit of background music and then it's just the commentators. So it sort of makes it even more boring. But their routines are terrible. They just don't... It's like they don't give a shit.
The music doesn't match. I was watching a few of them, like that makes...
Yeah.
I did mention something to you this morning about Hardy, like how everyone was, you said, jizzing their pants over how good Hardy looked. But did Hardy look good? I'm going to put this out there as well. Did Hardy look good by comparison to people who didn't look on their game, or did he look good because they looked good? If that makes sense.
Yeah, look, I know what you're getting. No, Hardy's good.
Yeah.
Look, I thought he was really good, but I didn't think he deserved any higher than that, let alone not winning. Like people saying he should have won. No, he's got a thick waist, and he's obviously shooting up his shoulders because in certain angles his shoulders look really weird and pointy. And I'm not saying that the others don't. The others are just good at shooting up, and they can make it look good. You know,
pretty.
So once Hardy learns how to do that properly, that's and they're most of the little things that hurt him. Condition-wise, he was really good. Yep. Like I said, his waist he's got a really thick waist, and and he was bigger than Bonac, and people were saying he should have beaten Bonac, but no, Bonac's lines. Bonac, I thought, brought his waist in. He got criticised last year for a bit of a thick waist because he was trying to play the size game. I think he took heed of that. His waist was tight. He looked really good, and Bonac's lines were beautiful. And even if he had won, I would have complained.
Yeah.
But I picked Bonac. Yeah. But no, Brandon was the clear winner. Bonac was clearly in second. Hardy, I think he got a little bit of a gift. I think maybe everyone was a little bit overwhelmed with all Hardy and the controversy of him not being able to compete initially. Dexter at 50 looked unreal. He looked. I thought he was better than last year.
Oh,
he criticised last year a little bit, but Rowley was off
terribly.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And Bonac. Hardy won the People's Champion.
Yes.
Which, of course, he was going to do that. Yeah, because everyone was jizzing their pants. Anyway, all right, so moving on to 212.
Yep.
We had a new Olympia champion in there, which was Kamal El Gagni. Now, Kamal came third last year. And he beat Derek Lunsford, and Derek was second last year. So they switched spots. I actually had Derek winning it.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. I sort of thought Derek's going to win this. He's got a really great physique. He's got this tiny waist and these incredible flaring lats. But they went for condition, obviously, because Kamal was in really great condition. But if you put the two next to each other, Derek's shape is just so good. So what, he was a little bit, and he wasn't off or really.
Nah, he wasn't.
He was just a touch, maybe watery. But fuck, from the back, from the front, that tiny waist and those lats are just amazing.
Yeah.
Sean Clarida was in third. John Jewett was in sixth. Ahmad Ashkenani dropped down to fifth. I think he was fourth last year.
Yeah.
I think he was fourth, so he dropped a spot. I've just written here an interesting thing that about 3 years ago, Jason Bednarz stood next to Ahmad Ashkenani at the Arnold Australia.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
and Ashkenani is now like placing fifth in the Olympia.
Wow. Should have kept going, Jace.
Sami El Hattad was in sixth. Eduardo Correa was seventh. Hide Yamagishi.
Didn't he win last year's?
No, he didn't. But he
won the Arnolds.
He won one of the qualifying shows.
Yeah.
I think he did really well in. Yeah, he did. Look, he's late 40s.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing. Kamal El Gagni is 47 years old.
Yeah.
And just looks nuts. Like, he's just crazy. Aaron Polides, Australia's Aaron Polides was in 9th place. And that's as good as a win for Aaron.
Yeah, top 10, first showing.
First top 10. And he looked really, really good. But he's just giving away some size.
Yeah.
I think he weighed in at 90.
Yeah, I think he was just on 212.
Well, no, 93, 96 is too
Oh, okay. Yeah, so he's...
Yeah, I think it was 90, 91, something like that. So he can grow still in this
definitely.
division. And at his height, if he puts on 4 kilos, he's going to look nuts.
Look like a...
On the comp, the commentators made a note about this guy. That this guy's got heaps of potential, and he'll do really well.
He's on the radar now.
Yep.
Cool.
It'll be interesting. I've been following his stories, Aaron's stories on Instagram, and he sort of said that he wants to be back there next year. So he is planning on...
Yeah, he will.
But I think he's going to do later qualifications, not earlier ones, so that he can have some time off. But well done to Aaron.
Good on him.
And Angel Frias, never heard of him, was in 10th.
Angel Fries.
Well, it wouldn't be Angel because it's a guy.
No, it'll be Angel. It'll be Angel.
Really? You reckon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So it'd be interesting. Brandon Curry won 400,000 for winning, and Kamal won 50,000 for winning. So there's still a big discrepancy in the prize money, I
reckon next year the classic physique is going to be higher than the 212.
Well, classic physique was 30,000.
Yep.
And that was up from last year. Apparently, all the prize money was up except the opens. But yeah, there's a big discrepancy when it comes to the other. So, all right, moving right along to classic physique. Chris Bumstead won.
Yep.
With Breon Ansley came in second. Now, I saw the scorecards and he was 1 point. And last year, it was the other way around and it was 1 point.
Yeah.
So this tells me that the judges really are just doing a coin toss. Well, really, they're that good, and they are. I watched it, and I sort of thought, well, I don't know who to pick. I picked Chris Bumstead because he's taller.
Yeah,
and he's blonde, and handsome young man. I'm not saying that Breon is not at all.
No, he's not a handsome young man.
So, but there was an interesting point. Someone pointed out on one of the forums I read that Chris Bumstead had 2 torn biceps.
Wow, really?
Yeah. So this afternoon or this morning when I was at the Millswood store, Ari put it on again and we watched it again. And yes, if you have a look, his right arm, the bicep is a different shape and a little bit flatter, and there's a big gap in the elbow.
Interesting.
And his other arm has also got a bit of a funny gap. Now, whether they are just his genetics or his thing, but then when we really started looking at it, we started thinking, he's especially his right bicep.
I'll have to have a look.
Yeah, so have a look.
Yeah.
So, but I haven't been able to confirm that. Breon looked good. They all these top 3 guys. George Peterson came in 3rd. Now that guy is not classic as far as I'm concerned. He should be at 212.
I don't even know who you're talking about. It's like
he's got a thicker waist. Yeah. He's actually got those little big lumps on the side and everything. And I'm sort of thinking that he's a bodybuilder. He's not a classic.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All
and there's a lot of but he came 5th. Keon Pearson 3rd. Cheng Kang was in 5th.
Cool.
All the others, I don't know.
Yep.
But look, Chris looked unreal.
Yes.
And so does Breon. Those 2 guys. It's those 2, and then there's everyone else miles behind them, like literally miles behind them.
No, definitely, 100% agree with that one.
So unless they retire, these 2 are going to keep battling and winning this for as long as they want.
Yeah.
Because there's no one even in that lineup that I thought that is going to come anywhere near him. Anyway, moving right along. Men's physique. I know nothing about men's physique. No. I know none of these guys except it's a new guy, Raymond Edmonds. 35. He wins $35,000.
There you go.
The only thing I thought when I watched this was that these guys are getting massive.
Yeah.
And look, half of these guys should be in classic physique, not in men's physique.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
And look, they just do quarter turns. And when they do their little walk, they'll hit a couple of little shots, but I think they get told off for it. But why not get them just to do like a front double biceps and a rear double biceps?
Yeah.
Instead of bodybuilding
something.
Something, yeah. All right. moving right along. Women's physique.
Okay, this is what I want to talk about. The women looked incredible. Every single one.
All the women's divisions, and we'll go through the women's divisions now. All the top 10 were nuts.
Oh my god, yeah.
And they were all. This was like. I was thinking this is what the Olympia should be. It shouldn't be like we're just oohing and ahhing over the first 3 people.
Yeah.
These girls were all nuts. But again, Shanique Grant in women's physique is just miles ahead.
Yeah, yeah.
And she can win this show for as long as she wants. She's beautiful. She's got this tiny waist, incredible shoulders and quads flaring. Just this perfect X frame.
That's what I watched on the Saturday. I was like, holy crap, these women are insane.
Yeah, and they all looked really good.
Yeah.
You know, but Shanique, again, is going to win this as long as she wants.
Yeah.
And now, you've heard the story of her. She survived a stabbing and everything. Yeah, so she's come through adversity and she's still young. She can win this as long as she wants. All the other girls I'd never heard of, but they all looked amazing.
Yeah.
Like just crazy. Now, women's physique is like bodybuilding.
It's Miss Olympia, isn't it?
So they do poses and everything, but it was interesting. They announced that the Miss Olympia is coming back next year.
Ooh.
The proper, hardcore Miss Olympia.
Is that you know that Natalia Vazad, the one who can out-angle everyone?
Yep.
Oh, well, she'll be...
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
After, I don't know, it's been quite a few years since they dropped the Miss Olympia thinking that he's saying that he's too masculine and everything. But there's been that Wings of Strength group have been running women's bodybuilding shows and they all been massively popular with lots of competitors. So they're bringing that back.
Awesome.
Now it's going to be interesting because women's physique is now going to take a step down, I think.
Yeah.
But anyway, that will be back and that'll be interesting. Be exciting to see. Figure, Sydney Gillen looked amazing. Again, all the figure girls. These figure girls looked amazing, and I've got written here poses again because it's so frustrating because they just stand there and do quarter turns.
Yeah.
Again, why not get them to do at least a front bicep, double biceps, and maybe a rear or something? Because they just looked amazing. But these girls like Sydney Gillen is looking like Shanique Grant. There's not much difference between it anymore. You know?
No, I agree. You put them side by side, like, oh, she's a little bit bigger, but they look practically identical.
Yeah, they just look crazy. And this was right through that top 10. They all looked amazing, like really did. But Sydney, again, she did stand out, you know, like a little bit more amazing here.
Yeah, amazinger.
Amazinger, yeah. Looked unreal. She won $50,000, so that was actually the second highest prize money, along with 212. Yeah, so men's classic physique 30, men's physique 35, which is more than classic physique. And bikini winner wins 50,000 as well. So you can see where they think that the more appeal is. Anyway, interesting. Bikini. I didn't watch bikini.
No, I saw that the winner couldn't speak English, and he's like, "Good job. How do you feel?"
Oh yeah, I've seen that video.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, like she turned around and goes, "I don't speak English. I need a translator." And what's the MC?
Jim Mannion?
No.
Jim Mannion,
No. Bob Chickaroi.
Yeah.
He then turns around and goes, "It's okay. We speak the language of the Olympia," and puts the microphone back in her face, and she has like the fuck?
Yeah. None.
So that was Elisa Pecini.
Piccini.
Yeah.
Italian.
Yeah. I didn't watch it, so I can't really comment. But all I can comment is that I'm sure that they all looked amazing.
Yeah, they're in the bikini.
Because they all look pretty good every time. So that's it.
Yep.
That's our wrap on the Olympia.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to next year.
Well, all right, let's go quickly back. So we've got coming back next year. We've got Rami coming back. Mm-hmm. So you think Brandon drops back a spot straight away?
No.
You seen those photos?
I've seen the recent Rami. Yes, he has trimmed down a fair bit, but I don't know.
Well, see, look, I'm going to go and say that Brandon won his only Olympia.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to get him on the wall now.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he won his only Olympia. Now I think Rami coming back next year will beat him.
Yep. Now I honestly think that people think Phil Heath's going to come back. I honestly think the era of Heath is over.
No, I think Heath will be back.
I think the era is over.
He is massive at the moment. I think he will be back, and I think he will beat Brandon Curry. And now Sean Roden, if they get all of these allegations sorted out and he comes back, he will beat Brandon Curry. So that's Brandon Curry in my books in 4th.
Yep. Okay. All right.
At best.
Yeah. I can't put a prediction on it. I'm just looking forward to any
puts
newcomers.
Hardy back into like 6th.
Yeah.
I think next year Hardy will drop back into the 212s.
More than likely.
Now, put into the equation next year Flex Lewis.
Ooh.
Flex.
That's a top 3.
Flex will beat Hardy. He will beat Bonac. He will beat Brandon.
Yeah.
He will beat everyone except Heath. And Sean Roden at his best.
I think if you put Flex and Heath at they had the same structure. They're both very 3D. Flex is
that drops Brandon back to 6th.
Yeah, he's top 10.
So there you go.
Yeah.
So 2020 will be interesting.
Yeah, it will be very much so.
But then also throw into the mix, you've got the Aussie Josh Lenartowicz. See, how do you reckon Josh would have gone in this lineup?
I think he would have placed top 5.
He would have placed top 5, and I think Josh in his best would have been 3rd. I reckon he would have beaten Hardy, and he would have beaten Dexter in that condition. There you go.
You never know.
One thing here in this top 10, again, we're going back to the Men's Open, is the British guy.
Which one? Luke Sandow?
Luke Sandow finished 11th.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay.
Now, see, I don't think he was that bad either, that Lucas and Akim should have beaten him.
It's a lot. We can only speculate until we see.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's it, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you found it interesting.
You can go on for days with this sort of stuff. It's like, what if you threw this guy in the equation?
All right, guys, it's time for us to train.
Time for me to eat then.
We've got chest.
Yep.
All right. We'll catch you guys next time. Don't forget, Thursday Thunder coming at you on Thursday. If you've got any questions, hit us up on social media and we will try to answer them. Even if you've got some Olympia questions, we can quickly still run through them. Thanks, guys. See you next time. Bye.
Ta-ta.